kill here. Into the RT, it's totally possible, but you're competing at very similar range, and to do that against Crazy Raccoon, some of the most mechanically talented and gifted players from around the globe, that's a big statement.
It is field promotion for the Ruffs, and the anti-stun gadget has been taken by Chino on this Frank. So you notice those health pools starting to increase. Patchy does get marked up briefly by the RT. This comp really forces Luminosity to give up a lot of map control here, and so the poke game is on! Patchy! Oh, buddy, that is scary. Not even the sandbags can save you.
Disaster has just struck for Luminosity. Their lifeline, these sandbags, could not shield them. Chino also didn't opt to take any of the damage. It was simply Ruffs left out, hung out to dry. Now Luminosity have to assess how much value they actually want to feed to Crazy Raccoon over here. Yeah, they're actually going to, in a way, forfeit this round in an effort to not feed any hypercharge to Tensai.
Yeah, just denying the supers in general, especially from Chitapo, who would come into the round with that one, and that would be very scary. So, Luminosity must be more proactive. They cannot simply mill around until they get poked down. And yet they opt to move to the same part of the map here, hoping that Charles can hit some more shots to dissuade Crazy Raccoon from coming forward. Eventually, though, LG have to move because the gas will begin to encroach from the edges of the map.
If they can catch Moya being too aggressive, though, then Charles can totally hit him with a mark. That mark actually has more range than a normal shot. You should be able to catch Moya in that regard. Still on the bottom side, trying to keep up with Moya. On the top side, Chino trying to stay away from Tensai if he can, waiting for the later stage of the game. And now Patchy finally has this super out. It looks like it's going to be going to Charles.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Charles to either one up now, hitting that much harder. Doesn't have a hypercharge yet on this bell, so cannot guarantee a hit from the mark, or near enough to, as it becomes a homing projectile. And LG starting now to venture into the map just a little bit more, but here comes the gas. They're going to have to make a move. Sandbags already thrown down. Patchy takes the off angle. Chitapo is picked off. Chino able to shrug off the stun, but not the gas. And it's up to Patchy to salvage a situation.
To win this one. Potential micro plays that could have given them an edge. A disastrous first round that spelled defeat for them before they really even got the chance to get started out here. It's a bad omen for Luminosity. They're going to be forced to take a different approach because if it's not working, then it's not worth to continue trying.
One thing's for sure, Chino won't be able to be stunned by Tensai. It's going to be virtually impossible. Patchy just straight up wins the poke game. We'll love to see that. Now they want to collapse. Moya quite low as well. Takes a shot there from Charles. And here comes Patchy from behind. Chitapo goes in with a super. Charles is a little bit low, but he and Patchy will retreat back away to fight another round.
Well, Luminosity have found that their initial strategy simply doesn't work. They're going to try something new, and they immediately are rewarded with success. So they go back to all reliable.
Oh, the
river.
Patchy go kill strategy.
Yeah, the Patchy immediately win a lane on the left side with a total pick away from the normal team fight strategy.
All right, we take those. LG know that there's a sense of inexorability though about that gas coming in. If they continue to play towards the edge of the map, they'll be forced to move in to the line of fire. Good damage on Tensai there. He's marked as well.
Marked man, he's going to be two-shot by Charles, especially with this damage booster available because of the treat that Patchy just dropped for his teammate. That's a bank shot from Charles on a Cite Tapo. Just keeps him vulnerable, really forces them to back up. You might actually see Luminosity bid to take mid-control. An unusual play for them. Look at Charles, he's tapping. He's got a hypercharge super.
So good. Here come the sandbags again. Charles can guarantee another marked target here on Crazy Raccoon. And the gas begins to encroach. Tensai playing at the fringes of it now, but that's Chitapo trying to go in. The Mo is not successful. Tensai and Moya have to play.
Dominance, yet a different strategy. How many different ways can you play this Luminosity comp? We're about to find out. If they decide to go back to that same thing that they tried in game number 1 that ultimately led to failure.
Remember, 2-1 means we need a tiebreaker if Luminosity win to decide who will advance out of this group of death, and it has delivered, folks. Chino, dangerous! In comes Chitapo. Not a good start here. He missed the cider for Luminosity.
Tensai just trying to get his super over here. Thankfully, Patchy's gotten his super for the next round. Tensai being denied. That's actually 1 kill for Patchy, so not too bad for the guy. But Luminosity are now staring at death's door. It's 1 round left for Crazy Raccoon to end Luminosity's chances of going to day number 2, lock themselves in. Different approach this time though. Luminosity for the first time ever, all committing to the left side.
They may have changed sides of the map, but the strategy mostly looks the same. Play through these bushes here. Look to get an edge in one of these side lanes, we'll call them as we flip the map 9 degrees. See Apache or Chino can't get involved in a real way. There comes the super down from Lush. Tapu a little bit low, forced to back up. Chino was stunned, but there's no follow-up at all by Crazy Raccoon.
No matter, Tensai is still getting closer to his hypercharge, if nothing else. He's managed to cycle quite a bit of his super as well with some of those hits onto Chino. We need to see the taps that we saw in Game 2 come out from Charles over here. He's already marked. He's very visible to the enemy squad, but cannot really make any big plays over here. We see the sandbags down for Patchy, but it's a short-lived effort. That's 2 from Charles. Moya's so vulnerable right now, but no kill.
Able to walk away. Here comes the gas. Charles low. Charles in a 1v2 to try and save them. It's
what a close match.